Good evening, everyone. Film lovers and wine lovers alike, welcome back to another week of Pinot Noir, a film series with wine. So, this time I'm coming to you from my bathtub. I don't know if you noticed that, but here I am in a tub. And except I do have clothes on because I have a little more, let's say, self respect than some of the characters in tonight's film. But I'm in the bath, and that is just truly a place I wish I could always be. I'd be happy to take a bath anywhere. I'd take one in Central Park if I could. And then, everyone would finally see how great I am and wallowing in my own self-pity when no one is watching. Tonight we're watching Otto Preminger's, what I would say, absolute masterpiece, Laura, from 1944. First of all, just love the name Laura. Great name. I like to just shout it, Laura! As if I'm that evil, evil husband and from Sleeping with the Enemy. It's another great movie. But that's neither here nor there, right? Okay, but yeah, so I'm really not kidding. This film, I would just say, is a piece of gold. I think it's my favorite movie we've watched so far. And after researching it, I'm just happy it came to be because it turns out that another guy was actually even signed on and already had started to direct and film the movie. And but the studio didn't like it. And I don't know who that guy's name was. I'm probably just choosing to forget it. But they basically and quite literally scrapped his whole film. They threw it in the trash. And then they had Otto take over. And I guess Otto actually wanted the position the whole time, but he was hired as the producer, but he had loved the novel, he wanted to make this movie, so being that fun little understudy waiting to get his job, he sat patiently hoping for, the lead to break his leg, and he didn't literally break his leg, but, same thing. So tonight's picture stars Gene Tierney, Dana Andrews, Clifton Webb, and a very young and handsome and also quite boyish, even given how large he is, Vincent Price. And I think if you guys don't know any of the first names, I assume you probably know Vincent Price from all his ghoulish Halloween scary movies. He's such a great narrator. So all these characters are just tied up in a wonderfully fantastic murder mystery plot. And this film noir is famous for so many reasons. We could pick it apart and we go, that dress, that hallway, this lamp, right? It's famous for so many things, a lot of great lines. But I'd say rarely does a film open with the main character, the title of the movie, the reason you came to see it, Laura. Laura's dead before you can even meet her. Opening of the film, I remember the night Laura died. There you have it. She's dead. You didn't even get to meet, you didn't even get a chance, You didn't get a chance to say what's up to Laura. She's gone. But that, of course, maybe you learned is kind of a part of film noir. The narration sort of giving it away and then also setting the tone and the suspense. You're worried now. You haven't met Laura, but where'd she go? Why did she die? So it does make you think about who is Laura, right? What did she do wrong to have death brought to her? And apparently Laura is so intriguing that every man that meets her falls in love with her, Even if she's dead, the detective falls in love with her, just her photo and hearing about her. And to that I say, that is one hot pussy, right? She knows how to get them. The film, so it's essentially a love triangle of men all wanting Laura, and not even a triangle, a rectangle, or a square. Sure, why did I say rectangle? A hexagon. I don't. What other shapes exist? Infinite circles. It could go forever. Because everybody loves Laura, and they want to know what happened to her. She was, loved in the society. She was a real woman about town. So all these men are on the case. They want to find out what happened to Laura, who did it, but they also want to cover their own asses because they do not want to get pinned with this murder. So that means, like most noir films, you're going to see a lot of lying, and then you're going to see a lot of admitting that you're lying. So sorry, I was lying. Just like in The Maltese Falcon last week, which is my favorite part about that movie. And they go, I lied. Just kidding, I lied. I'm sorry I lied. I'll come back with another lie. to cover up my last lie, even though I did admit it was a lie, you know, and that's just a fun back and forth, you know. So the main liar in this film, the main man, is played by Clifton Webb, and I would just say a performance of a lifetime. He is so amazing. His delivery, what he has to, I mean, he's so quick with his lines, and he keeps it all inside, and he really holds himself just wonderfully, and I think he's just a great character. He doesn't give a shit about anyone, but he gives a shit about Laura, which is, you know, what's up with that. So he's a man who actually spends most of his time in the bathtub. Now do you get it? We're in the bathtub. He's just surrounded in this amazing tub that is surrounded by plants and jewels and decadent furniture. He has just the most gorgeous apartment that is a little ridiculous, though. And let's just say it, this guy is gay, right? He just can't not say that he's gay, and we love it, obviously. But he's so gay. In the beginning of the movie, he gets out of the tub naked in front of the detective and then says, "Hand me a robe," you know, just sort of presents himself. And then we're supposed to think he's straight the rest of the movie, and I say, no. But this guy, what else does he do? He's a famous writer. Everyone knows him. He doesn't like to be misquoted because how popular he is. And he does often write about crime, however. So he's almost excited that Laura was murdered because he loves crime. And I think my favorite line in the movie is when he says to the detective, like, "I want to follow you. Murder is my favorite crime." And to that I say, same. I get it. But so he's just mad. You know, in 2020 we all know this is a gay man who's just very upset he's losing his hag, right? He's like, why would you marry this straight guy when you and I could pal around all night and laugh about Judy Garland? Why would you leave me for him? What, is he gonna have sex with you? How boring. But he claims, of course, that he's in love with Laura, even though, okay, she's dead, but now he wants to, you know, avenge her death. We must find who did it. And he points at the guy that Laura was gonna marry. Enter Vincent Price and his eyebrows. He's so cute. So he thinks it's him, the other guy thinks it is, then the detective comes in and he's like, you know, there's also the waiter, the maid, you know, there's all sorts of people. But I just, you know what? I just don't even know what to tell you. I love the movie. It's so great. I know last week some of us felt that maybe the movie was a little over the top, or maybe a little too silly, too ridiculous, didn't really... I mean, I didn't say that, but some people said it. But that's not what's going to happen this week. This is just a fucking great movie. The plot is riveting. I'm obsessed with Laura. You know, what am I going to say? I want to bang her. She sounds like a fun time. What else? I mean, again, the dialogue's great, and I'm jealous of all of their homes. They all have really nice apartments, and of course I'm jealous, right? I'm sitting in this bathtub with these, you know, these things. But when you're watching tonight, I ultimately say just have fun. And if you want to think about anything, think about Laura. Maybe afterwards we can talk about, would you bang Laura? Like, what do you like about Laura, even though she ain't here? And otherwise, just enjoy yourself, drink some wine. Maybe you got something that Frank recommended. But I, of course, am in the tub, and I forgot to bring my wine with me, which is a really rookie mistake, and I'm pretty embarrassed about it. But I will go get my wine right now and join you guys in watching Laura, and I will see you after.